Alrighty, getting things started. Just checking on stream health. Making sure everything's nice and healthy. Alright, looking good. Looking nice. Oh, and there's messages already. We got Charlie Harhar with a hello. The Power YouTube Animation says hi, Jackie. Charles Buchanan, Nimbly the Deadly Nader with a good evening. Flip a Clip Dude. Leah Santa. Ooh, Santa. Dylan with a what's up. Maikuro-san. Iwi Mooney, what the hey are you doing? Demands Iwi Mooney. I'm streaming. Susanna with gibberish. Elongated Man Forever with a good afternoon and day, sir. Thank you. How polite. Daniel with a hello. Kaz Koyman. James H. I really like the Loud House fan art. Oh, yeah, that's from Rexosaurus 2000. It's Carol Pingree holding Warren the Rabbit from the episode with, where they were all rabbits. Cute. I think Rexosaurus has also made some fan art before, but I missed it because they added me at the Giant Woman on DeviantArt, but I don't usually look for those mentions. I usually just check to see if anyone hashtagged AGW fan art. So I found this one today, and it's cute. I like it. A lot of people want to see Carol Pingree, which I don't understand when you could. There's Lori Loud. They're like exactly the same person, though I guess Carol Pingree is maybe like a little nicer. Let's see. Can you make a Sonic 3 prototype giant edition? If I'm commissioned. Quentin Mitchell, Frida Sophia Melchor, Spencer Alcantara Productions, Rory Ocelot, howdy. Did I already say Kaz? I did say Kaz. Kaz, I'll try to get the next episode hopefully toward the end of the month or the start of next month. I just been so busy. Clifford Longhead. And yeah, I think I said hi to everyone. Louise D with a hi. All right. Sorry if I didn't respond exactly to everyone, but I'll say I'm doing well. It's been sort of a normal day for me today. Lately, I've been really getting into doing D&D stuff, so it's had me a little bit distracted. But I'm still remembering to do stuff for the channel. Yesterday I worked on a little background to go with the Tie on the Go truck. Made this base asset for Mrs. Boonchuy cooking. And I'm going to try and animate this part with her slicing into a loom shroom and causing like some smoke to pop out. Carol looks like Alice from Wonderland. Yeah, a purple Alice in Wonderland. Can you make a game called Giant Sonic 3 Giant? Like I said, if someone commissioned me and if I had the time. Oppenheimer Media is here. Yeah, it's very delightful. I like it. Very, very much mimicking like the style from Loud House, which I always enjoy. Sonic 3 Angel Island. Is that the one where it's all like nice and peaceful at first, but then like it turns into like hell? That's how I always imagined it as a kid. Kid me thought that was like very creative and like metaphoric. Hey Kush. Well, I watch your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. A lot of people watch my videos, I think. Not the most people, but a lot. Alright, now I'm starting to see why I separated this asset into two. Hey Dave, I'm curious. Does your brother work for the Giant Woman team? He does not. He works for his own team. Me and him just sort of chill out from time to time. You know, he has his work, I have mine. Cricket Green says hello, howdy. That Cricket Green. Teehee. Fabrico Humani says, Yo sando el gigante tecna soldaria de otros mundos. All right. Here's a real question. Back in the Greek and Roman period, how many giant cyclopses did Jackie defeat? I mean, you lose count after you've defeated so many, right? I'm gonna say more than 100. Oppenheimer media. Well, man, have fun working on Giant Miss Boonchuy. I will. Steve Sabaha with a bunch of cool little emotes there. I love this free AGW fan art. I can't wait to check it out, especially the Wolf Jackie you said you were making. That's gonna be cute. Could Jackie eat a great white shark? I think at her size, definitely. Even when she was just sort of her normal giant size on Earth, I think great white sharks would be like those gummy sharks to her. I think those might have been my favorite gummies when I was a kid. Let's see if I can find them. Shark gummies. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's because they were blue and white. Had like kind of an oceanic, looked oceany. Yeah, a great white shark would be like one of those gummies to her. Macy is a mouse. Aw. Mouse Macy. I could use that mouse Macy design if we ever get like a gadget hack wrench in property damage. I'll add mouse Macy to the thumbnail. Should be Mouse Macy or Mousy. I don't think there's a good wolf pun in Jackie. Just Wolf Jackie. I thought it'd be like sushi. I don't think she'd have the heart to like chop up the shark into sushi. She just pop it in her mouth and chew on it. Mouse David and Danny would be a cat. Remember Wolfman Jack? Maybe that could. I mean that. Oh my God, that's perfect. Actually, Wolfman Jackie. Oh, but then she'd have to talk like Wolfman Jack. Hey, it's Wolfman Jack. That would be that maybe destroy her voice in 2 sessions. If I ever do something with Wolf Jackie, I'll see if Max Star can do a Wolfman Jack voice. So in Futurama, there was that joke about diet elephants, and I was just like, what classifies a diet elephant? Well, there were the two different kinds of elephants. There's the African elephants and the Indian elephants, or I think they're sometimes referred to as Asiatic elephants. And the African elephants are typically bigger. So I made those like the regular elephants, and then the Indian elephants were the diet ones. I made that joke for all the people out there who had Zubooks subscriptions like me as a kid, and just learned all this goofy trivia about aminals. Hey, so it's Desitter. Jackie with a crispy Brooklyn accent. That would be a sight. That would be kind of weird, right? Trey Spivia, I'm doing fine today. How are you? Danny being a cat. I wonder how her mom would react to that. Spit out your brother this instant. Aw. But then their mom would be a cat too. And their dad would be a flea. Teehee. So Animator, I feel as if Symbiotic Titan would have been better if it had the same tone as Samurai Jack. The Titan mech was 2D animated. I think it had a similar tone as like the last season of Samurai Jack. But I'll admit I was caught off guard by some moments in Symbiotic Titan. And there's so many casualties on that show. It was incredible. I might be remembering wrong, but I think I remember a moment. I think it was like one of the last episodes, like the general guy had like this giant mech, and um, like it unleashed this missile attack. It was just like blowing up stuff, and I remember there was like the view from this apartment, like the couple just sort of looking out at all the devastation, and then like it just sort of cuts short as there's like an explosion around them. They weren't afraid to show, you know, casualties of kaiju fights on that series. By the way, glad you liked the little comic dub I sent yesterday. That was cute. I like that comic. The Charlie Brown one. With him shrinking from embarrassment. Rain Cloud. Howdy. Rough Ruffman versus the Germinator. I think I only remember one Germinator, and that was from, I think, a Donald Duck cartoon. Remember one episode of Danny Phantom when Danny was shrunken? That was a pretty fun one. Though, oh, sorry. One thing I absolutely hated about that episode is how terrible, uh, what's his name? Flash? How terrible Flash was at noticing that, um, Danny Phantom is Danny. Because in that episode, it's basically like, Danny's small, so he's slowly losing his powers, and like different parts of like his superhero costume are like turning back into like just his regular street clothes, you know. So it's like at this point you should be able to tell that he isn't Danny Phantom. It's just Danny Fenton. And like I understand, like it's like the Superman thing where there isn't a huge difference between him and Clark Kent. It just like the glasses and the slight coif of hair that is enough to fool everyone. But I don't know. I think with that Danny Phantom episode, they were maybe pushing that a little bit too far. And also, I felt like he had enough peril to deal with in that episode. Like you didn't have to add the like little ticking clock of he's losing his powers. He has to act fast. Just add some more size peril. Not close enough. And you remembered correctly. Thank you. Yeah. I was just like really surprised by that scene, Trey. It's like, wow. Like I could understand, like he wanted to do something like for maybe for like older audiences. Too much of a jump. Catchy song. Yeah, I got some pretty good musicians that I know, like MC Cubed over here. Hey, MC Cubed. By the way, does Jackie still have her pets, Nanners and Puff, despite being in outer space now? I'm sure that Macy's mom could take care of them. Macy's mom has got it going on. I feel like Jackie would need some new pets, like one of those asteroid worms from Star Wars. That could be one of her new pets. Wolfman Jackie actually had a cartoon back. Oh, Wolfman Jack had a cartoon back in the 80s, but it's mostly lost media. Other than the first episode, which just got recently found. Ooh, I'll have to check that out after I check out Cyber 6. Oh, Kush. I just remembered something else from like the first time that I watched Cyber 6. And again, maybe I'm misremembering. It was just like the very first episode, I think, of Cyber 6 that I watched when it was like a Saturday morning cartoon. Uh, Cyber 6 character, she's a lady, right? But she's does she pose as like a male teacher? Just something I remembered, but I don't know if I'm misremembering it. Dylan R. Oh, that's it, Dylan R. What causes her to grow? Are you talking about Miss Boonchuy? If you're talking about Miss Boonchuy, it's this loom shroom that she's chopping. Happy birthday again, Kush. I know it's tomorrow, but still. Making Ruby Gloom AGW arts called Tiny Bat. Aw. And Balan Wonderland. Oh, for Rain Cloud. That's nice. I know they'll appreciate that. Rain Cloud is good people. Oops. Excuse me. Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts of the Cyber 6 secret identity as a guy. Yeah, I remember that ah I don't know why it like stuck to me. It's like he's teaching I think he was like a high school or like college, I forget what. And like one of the students was kind of looking at him like sort of in a dreamy kind of a state, like like trying to flirt with him. And he got really upset because that's inappropriate behavior. And then I just remember later the reveal and thinking, oh, that's kind of cool. Like maybe that was a different reason why he or she was upset that student was flirting. If I had been watching it now as an adult, like as a Saturday morning cartoon for kids, I think maybe that's a little too risque for a young audience. Some grown up themes right there. But yeah, when I have some time, I'll check out Cyber Six, the whole series. I've just been like for the last week, I just been getting like uh really into death battles from that Death Battle YouTube series and Solid JJ videos. Oh my god, I hate that sound. Sorry, everybody. Oh, I should turn down my volume a little bit. Hopefully that works out. I don't remember requesting it, but I'm okay with it. What show is this? This one right here is from Amphibia. It's really progressive for the time. I think because it came out in 1999. Yeah, definitely not something you'd expect to see typically at that time. Yeah, Starscream versus Rainbow Dash. Or did they do Star Butterfly versus Rainbow Dash? Yeah, I remember that one. Starscream versus Rainbow Dash. That was pretty fun. I really loved the one they did with Bowser versus Robotnik. That one was fun. Courage versus Scooby ended in the best way possible. Um. Oh, and I really like the Doctor, Doctor Who versus Rick Sanchez. That was another really good one. Kind of want to try and get into Doctor Who a little bit. Not just because of that particular episode. But a friend recently introduced me to. It was a Doctor Who character from an episode. I think it was everywhere on the internet. The living cartoon. What was his name? Mr. Ringading, which I really enjoyed because he looked like he could have been like a boss on Cuphead. My math teacher in middle school put your videos on screen as a brain break. Really? That'd be kind of neat if that's true. Two and friend says hello there. Howdy. Did you see Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie? Yeah, that one was pretty good too. So was Deadpool versus The Mask. I enjoyed that one as well. I would love to see a GTS animation with Symbiotic Titan. Hey, if someone commissions me, I'd take that up. Currently, though, commission wise, I am working on something with Clasherama characters. Actually, let me see what if the commissioner got my progress report. All right, not yet. But yeah, maybe I'll work on that one tomorrow. Some Clasherama. for people who are interested in Clash of Clans or the animated shorts that they made. Oh wait, not shorts. They actually made full episodes. Dang. There is a lot of money to be made with those microtransaction kind of video games. Not my favorite style of video games. I mean, like a little DLC here or there, you know, that's fine. $2, $3 to play as a new character. You know, that could draw somebody in to like play a little bit more, but in-game currency purchases are just the slightest bit slimy. My God, I'm so excited for the kite-eating tree one. Yeah, I bet you are. That kite-eating tree is kind of a jerk. He's always smiling. It's been 20,000 years since you didn't post any videos. It's been... What was the last video that I posted? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, I posted Dan versus Elise and Red Kryptonite Menace 2 weeks ago. Unless 2 weeks equals 20,000 years for you, Fanny the Scratcher, which would make you some kind of god. Hey, Superior Cyber Godzilla. Silver and gold only video or bronze? I'll take all the medals I can. I want to be an Olympic champion. Alright, that's looking really good. She's getting a nice slice off of that loom shroom. Look at that. Clean slice. Da 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 da. Alright, I'm going to take a little break from that and just make a simple little animation here. Where they're doing that thing where she's sort of like moving the pan back and forth. Should probably also add like some little ingredients flying around. Art can't be rushed. That's true, Lewis. I mean, it can be. It absolutely can be. I do feel like a lot of the stuff that I make is, you know... What's that word? Content? But I have been particularly inspired as of late with some of the D&D stuff I'm doing for a little campaign. So... I mean, does my commission count as an upload? That too. The short I made. I didn't mention the short because for some reason it doesn't tell me how long ago I posted it. Wait, does it? Let me see. I was just looking at it on the home page. Does it say how long ago it was posted on the shorts page? No, not even there. But I posted that one more recently, I believe. April 23rd. Like 12 days ago. So less than 2 weeks. Yeah, she's got the skills to pay the bills, Kush. Question: why does Danny Phantom getting smaller make him lose powers? Did they ever explain that? I think that was just sort of a contrived way to add like a ticking clock to an already perilous situation. They didn't really need to do that. Remember that He-Man meme? Are you talking about from the song that goes and like there's some guy like cooking something? Is that the one you're talking about? Maybe I could use that same sound effect. That would be great. Oh my god, I keep getting distracted. Now I have to find that song. Man. Oh yeah, it's like the first thing that pops up. All right, I have to click on it and quickly pause it cuz music's going to come pouring out of it. Oh, no. Okay. Oh yeah, I did it. What 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 when does the sound start? There it is. A delightful song. I have a question. Is the magic show part of the kite eating tree? It could be. I don't mind combining like scenes, from different projects if it works. Hey, Anthony Ray Henderson. You really like my sketch of giant hortense with muscle buff. Next sketch is giant Isabella from Phineas and Ferb. Can't wait to check that out, Anthony. Let me guess. If she slices a mushroom and she grows big, Super Mario sound effect? Maybe. I did use a different sound for another video where I introduced the loom shrooms. But maybe I can see if one of the musicians I go to can make a custom sound, a custom Mario sound. What happens if being so small is real? I think you wouldn't be able to process things like oxygen and suffocate if you're like a human being turning small. Oh my god, at the funeral I went to yesterday, says Kush, they actually played the original song by Hanna-Barbera of the He-Man meme, and I was trying to hold my tongue not to laugh. That would have been awkward. Hey, NY Tunes. 7 people watching. That's not bad. Hey, White Ray Ray. Gotta see if I can get that sound. That would be perfect for this. I kind of want to do like a glowy effect here. Let me see what I can do with that. Hello, I'm fan number one. Yes, says Mitchy Gamer. Hi, Mitchy Gamer. It's not a contest, but glad you liked my content. I sent the Wolfman Jet cartoon in DMs, by the way. Thank you, Kush. I'll check that out. I'll probably check that out before I get into Cyber 6, just because that sounds just like an outrageous idea for a cartoon. I kind of want to see what they did. Kind of makes me think of something like Life with Louie or Bobby's World, you know, where it's like they get a celebrity and they say, hey, let's make a cartoon about you. What if they do that anymore? How are you? I'm doing fine. Any favorite TV networks? Oh my god, I don't watch TV anymore. I guess I would have said Cartoon Network if they were still a thing. I don't know if they are. The only celebrity cartoon kind of vanity project I can think of is maybe that Andy Sandberg series that was on Comedy Central. Digman, which is mostly Andy Sandberg doing like um, he's like Nicolas Cage from the National Treasure movies. Definitely need to get a different music player. Sometimes it just randomly shuts off the music. And you need that for vibing. Good job with your videos. Thank you. Hey, Wallace. He's back. Lilith and Hootie in a contest? But what kind of contest? I'm so happy one of my friends sent me some links to this Apple TV Plus special. Oh, are you talking about the Peanuts one? Yeah, it was a fun series. Trying to decide how to make this effect more effective. Maybe I should make the rest of the mushroom glow too. Let's see what that looks like. If I don't show up on stream, I always be making an invention. Like your self-walking pants. Those are my favorite invention. Hey, question, bro. Know a Technoblade? Technoblade. I know the insect glaive from Monster Hunter. I don't know no Technoblade. Sorry. There is chili cheese dog eating contest. Oh my god. That sounds delightful at first, but then as it goes on, it would just make me irpy and my stomach sad. And what time is it? Because I'm sleepy. You should check the time. Yeah, I also had a funny idea of Lucy and Patty tag teaming a kaiju. That could work. I don't think I've done a true tag team yet for a kaiju fight. Lucy throws Patty toward the some power lines, and it creates momentum so she could shoot herself like a cannonball into kaiju. Then they dogpile it. I'm sorry, I was in a Blue Television Games live. Dang, Blue Televisions? They're making Blue Televisions now? With some dialogue in a contest starring me, Luz, and her friends. And the Warners. Dang, the Warner Brothers? And Owl House characters? Hello, the Hops. Drawing sneakers are hard. Indeed. That's why I usually like to give my characters loafers. 'Cause I'm lazy. What is your favorite dog from a show? Courage the Cowardly Dog. He's awesome. Is it weird that Goofy and Pluto are dogs, but Goofy can walk and talk? I think the only time I've ever heard that argument was on the animated series Drawn Together, where Pluto took Goofy hostage. So funny. Oh my god, that show was terrible, but it made me laugh so much. Hey, Raven Lady, that's the last chili dog on your plate. Swallow it, and you're the winner. Oh, I know which episode you're referencing. It's the one where they were like in Sweden or Denmark, and they were having a meatball eating contest, and the shadow of death was there to claim Wacko's immortal soul. Woohoo! Laziness united. You're doing good at the animation. Thank you, the hops. Bye, Mitchy Gamer. I should add an effect like a glowing light. Let's see. Something like this. Oops. The heck? Ooh, Dan versus music. Nice. Let's see. Hootie, you already had 13 more. What isn't gonna hurt yet? Danny ate her dance teacher? No, Danny wouldn't do that. Why do you keep making Danny try to be mean to her teachers? Dude, Casey from Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur says no name. If someone commissions me, sure, and they have a good idea. Oh my god, I just burst out laughing when I heard Lucy throwing Patty at the power lines like some move. Set from Super Smash Bros. I'm glad I made you laugh, Kush. The creepy character from Courage the Cowardly Dog was Uncle Fred. Oh, I love that episode. You're talking about Fred the Barber? I don't know if he was an uncle. I think he might have been a cousin. Oh, I just checked. It's her nephew, Muriel's nephew, Fred, or Freaky Fred. Classic episode. Lord Adrian's here. Hey man, are you going to make more the Casa Grandes? No plans yet. Currently, I'm on commission mode, so unless someone commissions me, you're probably not going to see it. And like I said, current commission I'm working on is for Clasharama stuff. I heard background noises. That might be a television. Sorry. Lucifer. Oh, you're just doing the whole thing. I ate another dog. My butt will never be the same. Sorry about this, because... Yeah, I know. Strict school. I'm sorry, Rory. Apparently the creator of Courage sadly passed away recently. Aw, it's sad. I think I have my idea set. The tag team. Alright. Can't wait to do that. That should be fun. What's your favorite game? Asks Fanny. For a while it was Dave the Diver. I also like Monster Hunter. I've been having some fun playing that game with my bro. With my bro Leo. Another Dave? Yeah, Dave the Diver. I don't think I just picked that game because it was a fellow David, you know. That would make me shallow and egotistical. I think the thing that sold me on Dave the Diver uh, was they did like some DLC where he's chilling out with Godzilla. It was kind of cool. There's kaiju's in Dave the Diver. But the rest of the game is also pretty fun. I liked collecting fish, discovering like new little areas. Uh, oh, the cooking game is like the funnest thing. I kind of wish they did just a game that was just running the restaurant, you know? I don't know why, but that was just like the most satisfying part of that game. Restaurant management. Does Dave go scuba diving in a fish tank? That would be cute. He does like a little French accent. And then we see the marvels of the deep. The plastic pink castle that shoots bubbles into the air. Truly one of the mysteries of the deep. And then Danny interrupts him by scooping him up with that little A little scoop that you use for scooping up goldfish and whatnot. Cute. For a moment, just sort of got into super concentration mode for a moment. Suddenly, out of nowhere, the Justice League's most powerful, sinister succubus enchantress comes to claim Lilith's soul. You're still doing the whole thing, right? Right. I hope Lilith doesn't poop herself. Nobody wants that, right? Right? Has anyone seen Death Note? It's pretty interesting. I just started watching because, man, light is ticking me off. Yeah, I watched it. A friend recommended it to me. I loved it. When you finish watching that series, Elongated Man, definitely check out some of the videos out there on YouTube, like um, basically asking, like, oh, if what if this mystery team or that mystery team or individuals um, tried to solve the Death Note case? How likely is their success? My favorite is Columbo. The mystical pink sandcastle. I would totally watch more National Geographic if David was the host. Aw. You just want to check in every week to see if an animal eats him. Or if Danny tries to include herself in the broadcast. Limshroom has been a red menace on this channel. No, you're thinking of the red kryptonite. I miss Wiz and Boomstick. They're still around. You just have to tune in and watch. Who would win in a fight, Brandy and Mr. Whiskers or Mordecai and Rigby? I mean, unless there's like some trivial episode um, of Brandy and Mr. Whiskers that I'm forgetting about, probably Mordecai and Rigby. It feels like they've seen and dealt with more outrageous stuff. They've actually been in like fights and stuff like that. It's just my guess. I remember I used to watch two other things similar to Death Battle: Ultimate Cartoon Fighting and Cartoon Fight Club. Don't think I've seen those. Another thing to check out. You made Ragged the Giant like 1 year ago. I did. And I never looked back on it. I said to myself, Dave, there's no one doing what you've done. You're just gonna have to live with the consequences of putting giant Ragatha out into the world. Oh, I could add like a light pillar coming out. That would be badass. And at the end was really cute that Ragatha hugged Pomni. Yeah, I got a friend that really likes Ragatha and Pomni as a couple. So I did that more for him than for anybody else. It's too early for me to start shipping anyone on Amazing Digital Circus. But you know what? I uh, I won't discourage anyone from doing that. You know, ship away. I love giant Ragatha, says Kush. Aw. And Louis the Sitter says, Big Ragatha is just pure cute. Aw. Ragatha is totally gay for Pom, and no one can convince me otherwise. Think she got jealous because Pomni was wanted to spend her time with Gummy instead. Her good friend Gummy. I like that episode. We also got to see a little bit of Ragatha's shallow side. There we go. Now it's looking like she's unleashed evil into the world. Lilith pulls through Johnny Cage, and the chili dog master goes to Lilith Clawthorn. Dang, Johnny Cage is there too? Don't eat too many Jewel drops from Balan Wonderworld. That's a good idea. Copy that if I ever decide to play the game again. Ragatha has a darker side, yeah. The frustrated side she never shows because she wants everyone to like her. Aw. Yeah, it's a little laser show. Hey, got it at the internet? What's up? I should probably also make the other mushroom slice go all evil. Maybe I can make this a little less red. Or one time when I was younger, me and my uncle got these stickers from McDonald's that were Peanuts Gang, and he thought Violet was Lucy. Dang. You probably didn't let him hear the end of that. So what did you think of my dialogue? It made me think a lot of that Animaniacs episode. Why don't we see her Crocs burst out of her growing feet? 'Cause I haven't done that scene, boss. Hitmonchan. If the loom shroom grows people, is there another one that shrinks? I'd say yes, coolest duck. What do you call a bee that can't make up its mind? A maybe. And we're in May. What time is it? Oh dang! For some reason, the uh, the clock wasn't resetting. I kept looking at it and it kept saying that it was like um, 20 minutes or 28 minutes. It's saying 84 minutes. All right, I think I'll call it here. But the next scene, she'll be like with the knife and the mushroom and like just a bunch of light filling up the room. Probably a close up of the Crocs, and then we have this scene. See how it looks out this part. First, let me make a copy. Duplicate. Remove this part here. Because I'm worried it's maybe a little busy. Yeah, that's much better. Sometimes simplicity is best. Alright, so what progress did we make in 82 minutes? I made a simple pan moving animation, simple cut, and some light effects that I probably could have been taken a little bit more easy, but it's fine. Just an excuse to have like a big wave of energy just sort of cover up the scene here. Alright, pretty good progress, I think. Thanks everyone for dropping in. I'll take, as always, a moment to see if I missed any comments. And then I'm gonna call it. No, I didn't. Although my uncle gets the free pass since I love him so much. Aw, that's sweet, Kush. So he only got a halfway. Plus, this was before I was even obsessed with Penny and Violet. Wow. Wallace says Flint and Steel. Flint and Steel, boyos. Flint and Steel. That's all we need to be the greatest nation in the world. Flint and Steel. That Animaniacs was so funny to me. Yeah, I mean it's funnier to me now as an adult because I get the reference of, you know, the Swedish meatballs and then the spirit of death and the chess game. It's like, oh, it was all a movie, you know. What's the name of the movie? It's called The Seventh Seal. Yeah, a knight returning to Sweden seeks answers about life and death. All right, so yeah. So yeah, as an adult look watching the Animaniac short, it's a little bit funnier knowing what they're referencing. I didn't get the reference when I was a kid watching that episode. 9:55 p.m. is the time. It's 2 hours earlier for me. How did Miss Boomchuy get a loom shroom? I haven't added it yet, but Sprig is the one that accidentally gives her one. He had some mushrooms on him from his time in Amphibia. Glowy details are so cool, though. True dat, Lewis. Adios, buenos noches. And a buenos noches to you too, Rory. So, Annie, I'm going back to watching Animaniacs. Enjoy! Goodbye, goodbye. You know what's different about 2020 Animaniacs? The Nora person is replacement of the CEO guy, yeah. I think the biggest difference for me with the 2020 Animaniacs was they made the brain from Pinky and the Brain like a little bit more cruel, I felt, especially what he did to Julia. And they didn't save time for any of the extras, you know. No hip hippos, no Rita and Runt, no good feathers. What else was really good from those? No Skippy and Slappy. Oh, no Buttons and Mindy. So yeah, they replaced one character, the CEO guy. I guess they were trying to have more strong female types since the other ones that they had. Uh, what was it? Like Minerva Mink. Like I guess her whole thing was just I'm sexy and I make all the men swoon. You know, if they wanted to make it more progressive, they could have done Minerva Mink, but also maybe like maybe some other ladies like melt into a puddle when they see her. That would have been great. Um, but yeah, like the thing that bothered me most about the 2020 Animaniacs was what they changed for Brain's personality, and they just they didn't save time for the classic segments. They tried some new segments, and some of them are okay, but some of them were just kind of lame. Like the gnome that lives in people's mouths and he shouts for them. It's like, okay, whatever. Yeah, the reboot. Sorry. Yeah, at least they still had Ralph, Doc, and the nurse. Though for some reason it bothered me that Ralph didn't have the same uniform as before. I don't know why. It just bugged me. The new CEO lady, fine. Ralph's new uniform was like, ugh. I miss Buttons and the Mime and Katie Kaboom. Yeah, I miss those two. I can't believe I forgot about Katie Kaboom. All right. I guess that's that. Thanks everyone again. I'm not sure what I'll do tomorrow. Maybe more of this, maybe some Clasherama. We shall see. Thanks for being here. Thanks for keeping things interesting. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.